Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Superman number 10. So in this story, this is the first appearance of Lex Luthor, the bald Lex Luthor. Instead of him having like red hair, it's him being bald. But yeah. So the cover is like Superman like saving a girl or something from a plane. I think that might actually happen in the story, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, I'll go back. Go back right to the comic. So Superman, world's greatest adventure character. And there's a bunch of like Superman fighting soldiers and criminals and that. And Superman by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. When a diabolical, cunning scientific mind sees to intimidate a great city by denying it water necessary for human existence, Superman finds himself confronted by a master foe utterly without scruples. But the amazing man of tomorrow meets fiendish cunning with superintelligence, and offsets scientific destruction with the irresistible force of his superhuman strength. Metropolis Trust Company, one of the city's most thriving banks. Within it, tellers and depositors are busily engaged in their everyday pursuits. "What's the matter, Bill? You look bored." "And why not? What a dull place to work. Nothing ever happens." "Nothing? Huh? That gun! In the empty air! And am I dreaming?" "If you don't raise your hands, you will dream permanently." As Clark Kent, Ace Daily Planet scribe, passes near the Metropolis Trust Company, he suddenly pauses in wide-eyed disbelief and amazement. What? For before his very eyes, the bank building appears to fade into nothingness. Are my eyes going back on me? Or is that building actually becoming invisible? Next instant, a stunned reporter springs into action as he sights that truck, out of control, heading straight for the invisible bank building. In a matter of seconds, the reporter springs into an alley, rips off his outer garments, and is ready to go for action as dynamic Superman. Gotta act fast. Forward streaks Superman as the truck nears its invisible target. In another moment, a crash. Seizing the rear of the truck, the startling Man of Steel heaves back. "Detour, please." Wheeling, Superman whirls the massive truck up off the ground in a complete about-face. "Round you go." Then the crash averted, off he springs. Now to hurry back for a closer examination is Clark Kent. This bank building materializing again. This is incredible. The Daily Planet news reporter forces his way past rioting, terror-stricken individuals into the bank. "What's happened here?" "Robbed! We've been robbed!" As Sergeant Casey batters his way towards the bank manager's office, Clark trails after him. "Mind if I tag along, Casey?" "Okay, but remember to give me favorable mention in your article." "Stop squealing and try to make sense." "The robbers got away with over $1 million in cash and negotiable securities." "Woo, some haul. Can you describe the crooks?" "How can I say, when they were invisible? By what magic they accomplished it, I can't say." "Pardon me. This story is too good to delay." "I'm not kidding, White. That's exactly what happened." I'll take your word for it. But so help me, if this turns out to be your idea of a comical hoax, I'll have your scalp." Later, as Clark steps into the washroom to clean up. "What in blazes? No water, either hot or cold. I'm going to raise a complaint, but loud. Wait, what are they saying?" Clark overhears. "No water. Maybe it's being temporarily turned off." "No, word has it from the pump station that though the water is turned on, it refuses to run." Swiftly, Kent changes into a Superman costume. If that report is true, it's worth looking into. Down the distant street plummets the amazing Man of Steel. Alighting beside a water plug, Superman rips it up with his bare hands. "I want a good look." Sure enough, no water flowing. This gets positively sinister. At that moment, a helicopter plane appears overhead, A rasping, amplified voice booms out from it. "Attention, citizens of Metropolis. You are at my mercy. Want water? You have but to ask me for it. However, I shall expect to be paid well for it. So that's who to blame. Well, I'll attend to him in short order." When Superman nears the spot where the plane has been... Huh? No sight of the plane. Abruptly from a nearby spot, the voice speaks. "Superman, do you hear me?" "You bet I do. And if I can once lay my hands on you..." "You may as well abandon that pleasant prospect. For I'm invisible, you see." "That's obvious. But let me warn you. Unless you cease your crooked shenanigans and permit the water to flow once again, I'll track you down wherever you hide and crush you. Forget the bravado and hear my message. I want $100 million in cash. Unless you bring me that amount from Metropolis, not one drop of water will this city receive. But when I am to bring you the money to you, and where? You are to bring it here tomorrow. Better hurry. Thirst is a terrible thing. And now farewell. See you tomorrow. Same time, same place. But I hope with the tables reversed." Earthward plummets the Man of Tomorrow. This madman's threat is not to be taken lightly. I better get in touch with the mayor at once. "But you can't see the mayor now. He's in an important conference." "This is more important than a dozen conferences." "What is it, Kent?" "I bring a message from the unknown scoundrel who is responsible for shutting off the city's water supply. He merely demands $100 million from the city. Either he gets that by tomorrow, or the city doesn't get any more water." "And where did you get this information from?" "I just had a visit from Superman. He informed me that we are to leave the money atop the Daily Planet building roof, where he'll be picked up." "So Superman is involved in this, eh?" "If you ask me, he's probably at the bottom of this mess." "Very well, Kent. We've no choice but to capitulate. Come here tomorrow. The money will be waiting for you. I'll be glad to assist in any way I can." $100 million? This is outrageous." Is that 100,000? No, it's 100 million. After Clark departs, "You're not really going to throw away that much the city's money." "I'm not as gullible as I appear. We'll place fake money in the sacks. If the unknown villain shows up to collect, we'll nab him." But outside City Hall's, Kent's super-sensitive hearing has enabled him to overhear them. So they're planning a double-cross. I'm sorry to hear that, for their sake. I'm sure that if the voice is tricked, his vengeance will be awful. That leaves the problem squarely up to me. Saving Metropolis from a terrible fate rests within my hands. Meanwhile, great suffering is caused by a lack of water. "But you've got to operate." "I can't risk it. There is no steam available to sterilize the instruments." Kent has assumed a tremendous responsibility, and should he fail, the tragic results will be staggering. "Water, Mom, please, water." "You'll get water. Later." Meanwhile, at the city's pumping station, "The machinery vanished." "What?" "Another startling development. Men have been working furiously at the water plant to repair the mechanisms, and now the machinery has vanished." "Good grief." Moments later, a fantastic cloaked figure springs out through the window of Clark Kent's apartment. Next stop, the water station. In the sky above. That's the station, that mysterious helicopter. Now, if only I can steal up on it undetected. Once again, as the Man of Steel nears his object of his search, it is not to be seen. "Doggone it, no sight of it." "You're a fool to waste your time, seeking to detect me." "You made your demands. Why not be satisfied with that?" "It's important I continue to impress the populace with my powers." And moments later, the Man of Tomorrow again is acting alone. The helicopter is gone, but we'll encounter each other again tomorrow. And then... Next day, "You're sure that Superman will take this tremendous ransom to our foe?" We have his word for that." Shortly after, Clark sneaks off. "Gotta get away and change into my Superman garments." Moments later, a shrieking figure swoops down, snatches up the dummy bags, and is off again. Superman! Incredible, and yet we've seen it with our own eyes. The mayor and his advisors were foolish to attempt to fool such a madman, but I must see this through. As the Man of Tomorrow nears the upper reaches of the sky, suddenly a loud voice blares out almost at his side. I see you have brought the money. Good. How are you going to get it without revealing yourself? I have foreseen that. Follow the sound of my voice. I'm right with you. Minutes pass, then. Below the Cave of the Winds. Enter it. Deposit the money. And if all of it is there, the water will once again flow in Metropolis. Following the bodiless voice's instructions, Superman zooms into the entrance of the Cave of the Winds. No one here. Wait, that blaze of light materializing, increasing in size. The white flame increases to blinding brilliance. Suddenly, the voice's harsh tones issue from within it. The bags, deposit them on the floor, then depart. I'm in a bad spot. If the voice learns of the mayor's trickery, the city is doomed. Departing the bags, Superman turns to depart. I cede you the victory. Wise fellow. But, halting abruptly, the Man of Steel whirls. Now! Got you off guard! Piercing the flame, his body unharmed by the flaming beings, Superman sights an asbestos-clad figure. So you are human after all. Back! Don't touch me! Let's see what you look like. Let go, you hear? Let go! Luthor! Think you have time? You have me this time, eh? But it's entirely possible you have placed yourself in a trap. Turning slightly, the Man of Tomorrow sights 20 armed thugs step into the cave. So you planned a reception, huh? Yes, I was prepared if anything went amiss. Unexpectedly, Luthor twists free. Let him have it! Simultaneously, more than a dozen missiles fly towards the Man of Tomorrow. Still determined to get me, eh? And he gets knocked down. He's buried under there. Success at last. I finally succeeded in disposing of Superman. But the Man of Steel, buried under rock, regains consciousness. I've got to get out before this resting place becomes permanent. Look! He's boring his way out of the solid rock. Nothing can keep us two apart long, eh? Failed again! But won't fail. I'm going to give that neck of yours a well-deserved massage. Keep away, I warn you! Snatching out a strange weapon, Luthor desperately fires. Die, blast you! He's still breathing. That man's indestructible. That bolt was powerful enough to wreck a battleship. But it just sends him into dreamland. But now we don't have to worry about him. That money, let's divide it now. Not now. Later. You promised us our share as soon as it came. You'll give us our dough now, or... All right. But instead of complying, Luthor jerks a switch on the wall, and simultaneously the men in the room all die of electrocution. Ooh! Only I am protected by my insulated shoes. Pay these riffraff. Nonsense. I keep my bargain only with the important man. As the scientific fiend presses a section of the wall, it slides aside, revealing a corridor. And now to keep my appointment. As the wall slides back into place, Superman rises. No longer any need to play possum. Lunging at the cavern wall, Superman rips it open, revealing the passageway. I was greatly tempted to make this mass murderer pay for his villainy, but I must bide my time, wait until I learn the identity of the important man Luthor hinted at, and then... Entering a large laboratory in the center of the mountain, Luthor finds someone awaiting him. You have the money? Yes, right here. But your men, where are they? They grew greedy, actually. Demanded their promised share. So I eliminated them. How ghastly! You can drop those airs. You wanted money to cover up our fake stock market manipulations, didn't you? And you agreed to my plan to stop the city's supply of water. Then don't pretend to be horrified at my methods. But you forgot that lives have already been stopped because we stopped the water. Or lost because we stopped the water. Nice mechanism I created, eh? What the city of Metropolis would give to have it destroyed. But the name of Bob Dumming has never been associated with murder. So that's before I'm a dumbass, sorry. The money, let's have it. What? What's wrong? We've been tricked. This isn't money, it's just paper. Enraged, Luthor springs to his controls. Trick me, will they? I warned them they'd pay if they try anything. Not the machine! No, you'll wreck the city! Nothing can stop me. Guess again. Leaping in, Superman seizes Luthor, hurls him away. Get away from that machine! It's done its last bit of harm. As Superman whirls, Luthor gone! He ran off, leaving me in the lurch. Snatching off Dawning, Superman races through the passageway, but as he emerges from its entrance, Luthor's ship! I'll overtake it quickly. But before Superman can reach the strange vessel, it vanishes. He's pulled his famous disappearing act. You'll never catch him now. Farewell, Superman. You were lucky this time, but next time we clash, the outcome may be different. Right. Perhaps you'll be able to end your crime career permanently, or I'll be able to. Bursting into a police station, Superman forces Dunning to confess. Wait, I haven't finished confessing. You've already said enough to send you to prison for life. Wait, Superman. I'm off in search of more adventure. So that's the end. Yeah, I think that, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.